was no practice, no walkthrough for the Cavaliers today. They showed up solely to address the media. Now, statistically last night, the Cavs did have the best duo on the court in LeBron James and Kyrie Irving, but the Warriors were able to go 11 deep into their rotation. Steve Kerr said of LeBron and Kyrie, those guys were both amazing, but when you get guys playing 44, 45 minutes, attacking one-on-one, you hope that eventually it takes its toll. Now, LeBron went on to say the Warriors have probably the most firepower he's ever played in his career, and that even when you're playing well, you have to play A++, Vince.
Interesting he would make that reference here in Cleveland, home of a Christmas Story house. Ralphie's teacher, in his dream, gave him an A++, his paper on the Warriors. Points per quarter for LeBron James, and you could see this. I think this says a lot, guys, in terms of LeBron playing almost 46 minutes in this one. Kyrie Irving played almost 45 minutes in this. And Bones and Dennis, you both talked about this. Where was the help for these guys offensively? There were some hustle plays and some rebounds for Kevin Love, but where was the scoring? JR came through a little bit, but they needed so much more against this Warrior team.
I don't know how you feel about it, 3D. We've had a night to sleep on, well, very little sleep for us. We had the mop-up duty last night here. Just waking up today and thinking about the Cavs' predicament, it's really hard to do some analysis in this game because of what the Golden State Warriors truly represent as an all-time great team and what they can do to you on both ends of the floor. And so we have to get into nitpicking and minutia in order to find the Cavs, because they're in kitchen sink mode now. They've got to throw everything at them. But I don't know where the answer is for Cleveland. To me, I start to think about the system that they run, systematically what you're doing, and their reliance on individual greatness, because they have two of the best isolation players in the game in Kyrie Irving and LeBron James, because they have one of the best spot-up big men in the business in Kevin Love, because they have a great role man in Tristan Thompson, who's not had much of an impact in this series, and great three-point shooters. Something in the system is not allowing them to get the opportunities maybe consistently that what we see comparatively to Golden State. Does that make any sort of sense, Vince?
So, where are you going with it in terms of what Ty Lue is going to do?
To systematically be able to, instead of going to the isolation game, to have set plays, opportunistic plays where you're going at mismatches, you move the ball side to side and move the defense and predictably get what you want, rather than playing in the unpredictable. You're predicting isolation, but it's hard to predict the results when a guy just has to make a play based on his talent or his greatness multiple times in crunch situations. Everybody else is making reads, rather than collectively your team understanding exactly what this possession is going to give you, exactly where you need to be in case they take option 1 and option 2 away, and that it presents you more consistent opportunities to score. I know this might sound like I'm way down the line a little bit, but to me this is rearing its head in this series. And again, I'll go back to my first point. I know what Golden State represents. I know how great they are. But to me, basketball still has a pure form in terms of execution, play calling, and responsibility and accountability to those plays. And it's just not the way the Cleveland Cavaliers play. And they are a great, great team, just not the way that they play.
And now you're at the finals playing against a team that understands what they need to do on both ends of the floor. So now with Kevin Durant with that lineup of life, now he's your center, he's your power forward, he's your point guard, because with his size and with him binding to the whole team concept to the system, that's why it works. Late down the stretch, you think Steph's getting the ball, you think Katie's getting the ball, they run a play for Klay Thompson for a corner three, and it's execute. Klay missed a shot, but it lets you know, to Brent's point, they knew exactly where they wanted to go, and you thought Katie or Steph was getting the basketball.
Yeah, the Cavs they're looking back on this as we are right now, and part of this will be their 12 of 44 from 3, and what are they, 8 of 28 on catch and shoot 3.
We can go into we'll talk a little bit more about it. I want to make another point regarding that. I'm sorry I went way down the line.
No, that's okay.
It's all
I just
good.
want to believe in some of the purity of five-man play.
No, I think these are
okay.
these are all the points that we are going to cover during the course of our show here. As we go to